Hello, welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. Continuing our playthrough here as the Gizureans. We are currently in a war. Between episodes, one of the things I did was went through and on a bunch of my colonies, not all of them, but on a bunch of them, went through and did a bunch of terraforming on any planet that required terraforming. So out of 170 colonies, I still have 48 left that need to do the additional terraforming, but I wanted to make sure I didn't affect my my cash flow too much. But I probably will just click through and continue to do this. I just didn't want to waste a bunch of time in the episode. The other thing I did was I retrofit a bunch of my ships. I think there's actually kind of a bug. I'm going to post it on the forums, but there is a maintenance bug that seems to be affecting the game, where if I just do an upgrade, it says I have like 83% maintenance reduction, but if I modify any of the system, the maintenance resets and goes back to like a 45% reduction. So not exactly sure what's leading to that, but I'm taking advantage of it for the time being. But some ships I did have to modify or build new. That's certainly something that is going on right now. I went through and particularly the assault fighters, because I'm about to get another upgrade to those. I did build new interceptors and new bombers because I had a new design that I could use for that. If we look through here, we could see that we've rebuilt many of the bombers and interceptors already. There was like 12,000. We're already back up to 9,200. So that's all being rebuilt. The nice thing is the maintenance seems to be applying, so everything is becoming more efficient, which is freeing up some more cash flow for me to continue working on my colonies, which is something I definitely want to do. I'm assuming most of my ships are automatically retrofitting, but I do have to go through and probably issue some commands to my manual fleets that are not doing anything. Actually, it looks like a lot of them are just going to attack, which is kind of nice. The invasion, I did top off my fleets as well between episodes, so everything should be rebuilding ships that were missing. Like this was missing several transports. Now I did redesign the troop transport as well. I built a let's see, troop transport and army transport, so some of those will start retrofitting. That'll give more space for growth. But yeah, the main reason I'm doing these colonies and I'm doing biome shaping facilities is because some of them have no terraforming done to them at all. Other ones have terraforming done, but have damage done because of the invasions and whatnot. So just trying to kind of min-max my colonies a little bit while I have the cash flow for it. I'm sure as I develop more techs and do the repeating techs, I'm going to have to rebuild these things a couple times. But if I could at least get the big ticket ones done, which I've already done. As you can see, these are all kind of newer planets, small population sizes. So those are probably mostly recent conquests, I'd imagine, or recent colonies. So we got improved spider speeds. Yes, those are the words. Okay. So we got that all done. Bombard fleet is just chilling for now. We need to start moving towards taking some other planets. It looks like we have finished clearing out this system with the exception of the one planet that was taken by the Haspis guild, which I don't really want to mess with right now. I feel like we're not really in a good place for that. I just want to finish taking over these guys. So if I could find any systems that are still owned by somebody else, I think down here, yeah, the Talos is down here. So if I take this and this, that should wipe out the Talos. So let's start the process of doing that. I'm gonna jump over here with my attack fleet. I definitely want to bring an invasion fleet with me. We'll bring everybody's going to retrofit, but let's go ahead and bring this one. Haven't messed with that yet. Let these go retrofit, and then we want the bombard fleet to come over here because we're gonna need to kind of clean house a little bit. Let's go ahead and bombard that planet. That should be enough to purge that out. Oh, these are both owned by the Mortalians. Okay, so we're gonna take both of those out. Actually, we're already over here. What are we doing over here? Can we not just take over this planet? Let's just attack this planet and take it over. Wipe that out, and then probably should go after this one as well. This actually has some stuff on it, so we will want to bombard that. Let's hop over to this planet with this attack fleet. We could clear it out, and then we can go ahead and take it over next. Looks like we were doing some work over here, though. Maybe we were just refueling. Not sure. Who's coming over here? Oh, we got a new colony over here. Let's go ahead and build up that. We're definitely going to want that. Okay, we are bombarding Yormez, which was expected. Though I did want another fleet other than the bombard fleet over here. I don't want them getting destroyed. It looks like we're already auto-invading this planet, which, you know, probably a little silly because they're only dropping one troop at a time. Let's be a little more efficient with our plans here. Please and thank you. All right. We're going to manually move everybody closer before we... I mean, our troops got to be relatively close to the planet, right? There we go. That'll do it. To the point now where I just want to bum rush it. I'm tired of messing around. All right, scour the colony. We're still getting some techs out of this stuff. Thought we had somebody other than the bombard fleet coming over here. This bombard fleet's not gonna hold out against. Well, I don't know. They're doing an okay job, but they're certainly not great. We'll go attack this spaceport if you're not gonna bombard the actual planet. I was hoping that that attack fleet would show up here. There they are. Well, that's the invasion fleet. The attack fleet is not far behind. Hold on, did we get a new colony? We did. Almost missed that one. Oh, that's all the way up there. Alright, let's refocus on bombing this place. Somebody else can take out this base. There we go. Really need the full effort of that bombard fleet destroying the defenses so we can more easily invade the planet and be done with that. Now I have Invasion Fleet 4 parked over here because we were taking that over. And by the way, I don't know why it said we couldn't automatically take that. We very easily took that without any issue. Okay, building small spaceports, that's fine. I should probably take out those Camino security pirates. Like, there's really no benefit in leaving them alive, and they just keep harassing me. Let's take a look at our pirate relations. Do we not see them on the map? I feel like we used to, for sure. Where are they? Secret station. There you are. Okay. Maybe we just had to zoom in a little more. Let's flag that to take out. I'm actually just tired of all these pirates. We're just gonna go wipe them out. Or flag them to be wiped out. I don't know if we'll actually do the wiping out. Maybe our automated fleets that are doing nothing can fly over there and harass them a little bit. I would like to make maybe some smaller attack fleets just to free them up to go purge all this little stuff that needs to be cleared out. You know, maybe I'll do that now. I don't even need to worry about where they are. I just need to click this and then blow them up. We're still paying for protection. I don't know why. We'll just destroy them. It'll be fine. All right, fleet-wise, we had some micro defense fleets. Let's make a micro attack fleet. And we're just gonna add a couple small ships. Maybe a cruiser. Yeah, let's just do 5, 5, 5, and 1. These aren't gonna be very powerful, but maybe they will just run around and destroy stuff. Use fleet tactics, engage same system. Aggressive against weaker targets, neutral against stronger targets. You don't do colony invasions, so that's fine. You know, maybe I will add one battle. No, you know what? Let's do a carrier. All right, we want to... Where do they keep attacking up here? They keep coming after Verdanth or somewhere in that area. So maybe we can build one over here. We have a spaceport here. Or it's under construction. Okay, we don't actually have one. Oh, no, we have it. It's retrofitting. All right, so Verdanth spaceport would be ideal for a new micro attack fleet. Let's form that at Verdanth. Call it a micro attack 1. These are sorted by name, so it'd be down the list here. That's fairly powerful. That certainly is enough to fly around and go wipe out some nonsense. Of course, these aren't retrofitted to our normal ship style, so we will have to address that at some point. Maybe we can get a Yeher Reapsalad spaceport. Is there an option? I do kind of hate that this list is not alphabetical, so I just kind of have to eyeball it. And I either missed it or it's not in the list. I'm guessing I probably missed it. There it is. Okay, so that's another one. Now that did not fill out. Micro attack 2. Is it not going to let me top this up? Okay. Whatever. All right, how's this going down here? Certainly we've bombarded at least a decent amount by now. The troops are gone. The defenses are not. You can go back on auto invade, so you can go retrofit. Why does it want me to build a fast frigate? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Interesting. Do we even have, like, what ship is that? I don't know, man. That's a weird one. All right, hopefully this will finish bombarding relatively soon. We're starting to do some damage to the shields there. Never mind, they rebuilt it. All right, Invasion Fleet 1 is prepped and ready to invade when we get to that point. Part of me just wants to invade as is, but I don't know. I really feel like we need to beat down the defense a little bit here. Long range jump backing. So that's a version 2, which is an even better hyper deny. Why will you not top up? I don't understand. Maybe it can't. Maybe we don't have the necessary supplies, would be my guess. Because we're currently retrofitting a bunch of ships. It's probably eating up all the hexadorium, which is definitely a massive supply problem for us. Are you guys gonna actually destroy this, or what's going on here? You know what? I'm not messing around anymore. Let's move down towards the planet, just so we're ready to invade as fast as possible. And I'm probably just gonna invade. I'm not gonna wait any longer. The upgraded missile defense. It's a version retrofit, so it'll automatically take place. Our cash flow is becoming extremely positive. I am very happy with that. Alright, let's build this at this planet. Hop back over to our invasion fleet. Hey, they're offering a gift? They're just giving me money? Sure. I don't mind that. If we could just take out this bastion, that would be great. Let's just attack. I'm done waiting. We'll take some damage, but that's fine. Where's the rest of our invasion fleet? Our troops aren't even there? What the heck is going on? Why did this happen? Why did they jump away? I mean, we should still win, but that is just silly. Okay, we're running out of things to research again, so we should probably click through some of these tech items. Super armor, we did not research that. We should probably do that. That'd be a massive improvement to all of our ships. And that's 3 years with our research being split across multiple things. So that's pretty good. Are we going to destroy that Enigma thing, or are we going to capture it without that being destroyed? There we go. Do a little scouring. Now the question is, do we have something that will help? Nothing that's going to help with the healing. Well, troop recovery rate. Okay. All right, we did get another weapons research. That might be an older one, though. Wouldn't surprise me if it was. All right, let's go ahead and scoop up these troops. And then we can go the next planet over which it looks like our attack fleet's already gone to soften it up. Let's get this bombard fleet, which is just being silly boys. Let's head over there and bombard the planet. We should be able to fly over here and start taking out some of these ships that they're trying to build. I'm not going to peace with them unless I absolutely have to. I'd prefer to just wipe them out entirely. It looks like we still got a lot of retrofitting going on, which is fine. Alright, let's load up some more troops if we can. I don't understand why he keeps trying to have me build a fast frigate. Not sure what the benefit of that is. Alright, let's go back to our colonies that require terraforming. We certainly have the capacity, so let's just click through all this and knock this out real quick if we can. I'm sure there'll be more, but let's at least get the ball rolling on it. The sooner we do this, the faster we get more population growth. Alright, we need to also make sure we're flagging every possible colony to colonize, because the only way we're going to win is by maximizing growth, because that's one of the metrics for victory. Okay, so every possible planet has terraforming on it now. Let's go ahead and look at new colonies. We'll sort it by suitability. There certainly seems to be a lot of opportunity here, so let's keep flagging them if we can. Alright, that's all the available ones at the moment. What I don't understand is why we are not bombarding this planet. Oh, we had a colony taken from us. So they're coming around to harass us a little bit too. Well, we pretty much can immediately take that back. So there's no reason not to just sail right over there and take it. Ramazan looks like it's becoming a little bit of a hub for us. This planet, my guess is it's not particularly well defended yet. It's got some stuff on it. Nothing too crazy. Okay. This is a Mortalin planet. We probably could just come over here and land on it, although I feel like that's still a little bit iffy with that many troops. We'd win, but it'd be relatively expensive, and I really don't want to do that. Let's have Attack Fleet 1 join in on the bombarding, just so that we get a little more pressure on this planet. I'm a little surprised more of it has not been destroyed. You think with all this stuff just constantly bombarding it, more of the buildings would have been destroyed by now, but alas, it is not. Our colony is being raided, so we got Umino security, but we easily destroy them every time. I imagine this micro attack fleet is gonna go do some damage to them. All right, come on. We gotta be making some decent progress here. We spent a lot of our cash, although our cash flow is still really good, so it's fine. That'll build back up over time. I know it only fires every once in a while, so it takes a while for all that to like queue up and start firing at it, but man, it feels like it takes a lot of effort to destroy this stuff. Alright, we're taking back our colony. That should be a really quick turnaround. And they're really trying to take anything they can get their hands on, which I guess makes sense. I'm kind of doing the same thing. Can we please destroy this stuff already? Alright, it's really softened up. I don't know if that is going to translate to something actually being taken over. Where's the nearest invasion fleet? It's got to be invasion fleet 1. Let's just fly up here and get prepped to invade. Invasion fleet 4, you have just taken back one of our colonies, right? So let's scoop our troops back up, and then we'll set you back to automatic. Our troop attack strength has actually gone down a little bit, so I don't think we're actively recruiting as much as we were. Nope, some of the pirates got destroyed. We didn't do the destroying, but somebody did. It looks like we're hopping in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and invade. I'm not messing around. Just take this planet and be done with it. We should have overwhelming force. All right, we got a new colony. Let's go ahead and build what we got to build there. We are about to take over the next thing. Colony is conquered. We went ahead and did a scouring. Let's take a quick gander at this. I just want to load the troops pretty much immediately back up. Oh. What? Did they rebel? Wait, are we attacking ourselves? What's going on? I'm so confused right now. What exactly is happening on that planet? Is it just glitched? Something feels not right there. It's like stuck in combat. Maybe it'll figure itself out. I think this happened before. I had to like reload the game and then it eventually started working again. Maybe I'll do that in a little bit, but right now everything's working mostly okay, so I don't want to mess with it. You guys can go back on invade. Maybe you will go around loading troops up and getting prepared for your next battle. This is the weirdest thing. The good news is this planet has oh, that's amber. That's not what I need. How is the ship construction going? It looks like there's less under construction than there were. I'm guessing resource wise, Hexadorium is still the largest shortage. Check out mining locations, just see if there's anything beneficial we can build. Looks like there's a couple spots. Let's go ahead and flag what we can. We clearly need Aculon, so these high percentage places would be probably a good idea to just take while we can. Kazlon's always in short supply just because we always use it. Every ship, including the ships that aren't really that relevant. Not relevant militarily, but economically very relevant. All the civilian ships. Looks like these exploration ships are doing nothing because we're completely done at this point. Did we flag all these to attack? It looks like we did. Oh, the micro attacks only have 12. So when I created those fleets, it actually No, it's got... Interesting. All right. I don't know what's going on there. All right, I'm gonna just make a bunch of fleets from existing ships. Probably don't have enough, but that's all right. Micro attack 3, and then micro attack 4. Now that it should let us at least top up a couple ships. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a resource shortage that's not letting me make any big ships right now. That would be my guess. They took over one of my colonies? Well, I definitely want to reinvade that if I can. Wait, that's like one of my main systems. What the heck? All right, we definitely have to get up in there. Although, the next planet I want to take is probably over here. Just knock out this capital. Man, they're really pushing. To our micro defense, they do have fuel tankers. I guess I'm a little surprised the fuel tankers are not keeping up with the fuel requests for those ships. All right, let's get the bombard over here. We could take this. We should start seeing these numbers go up as they heal inside the ship. I think they actually have enough troops on board. They're just at half health. All right, we should be bombarding this relatively soon. Be nice if we could take this out. Just destroy some troops without even having to touch the planet. Well, it's trying to jump, but it can't. It destroyed its hyperdrive. That will be destroyed. Which is good, because then I can't use those troops to attack my planets. Alright, this should be cleared out relatively easily. I don't know what you're doing, so I'm going to pop you on auto attack. So I'm kind of feeling like we need to take back this Bandemir planet that they took over. Probably sooner than later, just because of how rapidly this is gonna take effect. Do I want... Yeah, I'm gonna send you over here to attack this. I don't want them building up any, like, defensive bases and whatnot. I want to take them while it's still fresh. These guys are loading troops, but I'm gonna bring them over here anyway, because they're at 40,000. That's certainly more than enough. Alright, attack fleet 1. I think we're gonna probably send those out. Let's pop over here and get ready to take this primary system. We could flag this for invasion, even though we're not going to invade right this second. Got some retrofitting going on there with our first invasion fleet. They're probably trying to upgrade the these into army transports. Yeah, some are still massive troop transports. This one, I'm not exactly sure. I feel like we're not effectively... The bombarding is not as effective as it used to be. I feel like we used to clear out these planets with 30 dedicated bombard ships. We used to clear out the planets a lot quicker. And I feel like that's just not happening anymore. I mean, it's definitely still doing something. It's just not as effective as I feel it once was. Because just watching this is just very slowly damaging stuff. And it could be this planet in particular, maybe. Just because there's so much stuff on it. Speaking of which, let's go back to our planets here and make sure we're building everything we need to build. Definitely want to build as much of this as possible. Maximize terraforming. Alright, some buildings are getting destroyed. It must just be taking a while. Or longer than I anticipated anyway. I mean, once the shield generator goes, the rest of it falls pretty quickly. How are our generals dying? Oh, okay, they're captive. They're captive on the planet, and that's what's killing them. That makes sense, because it's like their capital. So I feel we've adequately bombarded that planet. Invasion fleet. Apparently no invasion fleet is there right now. Still a work in progress. You're going to go retrofit and repair. Although, to be honest, maybe you should just head down here and start bombarding this planet, because it's going to take a while. Our attack fleet has arrived, so they should be clearing most of that stuff out. Right, invasion fleet 3 is over here. That should be a relatively easy invasion. No, you don't need to go after a random ship. Not what the invasion fleets are for, my friend. Right, this should be pretty easy to get conquered. That's a lot of defense, or that's a lot of offense, I should say. 68k, that's huge. Right, we got a scouring off, a couple extra techs. Right, they definitely don't want to scoop up anything off the planet right now. There's a lot of stuff that's garrisoned. Mostly because they're very unhappy. So we're just going to have to give it a little time to settle down, probably get this building built. And then they'll probably be a little bit happier afterwards. We'll go ahead and load up what we can. We'll leave it on automatic. They'll eventually refuel or refill the ships. Even if they got to fly somewhere else to do it. We are building troops again. It's up to 575. It was at 534 last time. So we'll set that to invade. There is an invasion fleet headed towards one of our planets. We do not have a lot on that planet, so do want to be a little mindful of where the enemy might be. All right, you should be heading to Bandemir to invade it. I don't know what exactly you're doing right now. Looks like the majority of you are down here, nowhere near where we need to be. Maybe they were retrofitting? I don't know what exactly they're doing right now. They're not moving. All right, well, you're doing something up here. Actually, you're pretty close to Bandemir. Why don't you head down here and take this planet back? It looks like some of our micro attack fleets are getting to work. We are also bombarding this planet. Oh, V2 Torrent. I feel we already have V3, so that's kind of irrelevant, but it at least completes a tech. Gets it out of the way. All right, attack fleet's clearing that up while we are bombarding the planet, clearing it for invasion. We're just going to keep pushing around here. I think this is the last one in this immediate vicinity. Although I can't tell if this is like a transition line here. Color's very similar. I don't know why they're trying to build a patrol escort. That makes no sense to me either. Okay, we took back our planet, which we're just going to scour to increase the population growth. And then we can immediately get everybody back on there. Hey, look at that. Critical research. That should make that really fast. Load back our troops. Get this built. That'll be built. Get everything repaired. That was one of the planets we just colonized, so it's fine. We'll pop you back on invade. And actually, can you just come over here and take this planet? Probably at a decent loss, but maybe we should do it anyway. All right, we're gonna set you back to automatic. Is there any fleet nearby? I mean, our invasion fleet, yes, that's moving there. All right, are we just going to protect ourselves from an invasion? I don't know what exactly is going on there. All right, where's our next nearest invasion fleet? You're partially wounded, I guess. Those are our next two closest fleets. Invasion Fleet 3 is not far away. They're headed back down here to load some troops up. Let's go over here instead and just be ready to take this planet as soon as we're done bombarding the heck out of it. Looks like they're going to try to swing through the nebula, but that should be okay. We found a new colony right over here by the enemy territory. I'm just going to build both of those back to back at this point. Our cash flow is ever increasing, even with all that happening. Super armor should be finishing up right now, which is going to mean another retrofit is in our cards. Do we have any capacity to take out the spaceport? Looks like we do. I'm just gonna try to invade the planet. Let's see what happens. They got a lot of defense, but man, I got a lot of offense. That might actually use up a lot of troops, but that's okay. We can always build more. We got a lot of planets now. Let's go ahead and attack this planet. We should be able to take this over pretty quickly there. Bombard fleet can be freed up to go retrofit and repair. Attack fleet 1 was already freed up. Okay, got a little double scour there. So we did end up taking this planet pretty easily. Let's go ahead and pause just for a second. You gotta find that sweet spot of zooming out enough to select the planet without all the other stuff. And being close enough to still click on this. Alright, so it looks like we maintained a lot of the facilities. Let's go ahead and do a little terraforming to get that damage cleared out. We're going to load up the troops, and then we're going to come over here and load up the troops as well. Looks like we still have all of those buildings built, so everybody should still be pretty happy with me overall. Once these troops are loaded, I will go ahead and set them back to automatic, and then they can retrofit and heal, do whatever they need to do. We should be good. Okay, so we got some EMP blast stuff. So just a bunch of free techs. Nano alloys. This is good because the more techs I complete, the less I have to go back and research later on. Still don't know why they're doing that. Alright, Omni Vector upgrade is kind of nice. Or do we have V3? We might have already had V3, so I maybe didn't have to worry as much about that. Let's do Assault Strength and Boarding Range. Get those knocked out. Super Armor is done, so Stellar Armor is the thing we will be building going forward. Improved targeting is always helpful. Stealth, I'm not as worried about. Improved growth, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, that does just a little bit extra quality improvement amount. Okay. How many years is that going to take? 1.6? That's not bad. We're almost done with the diplomacy. I guess let's go ahead and just do that. We're kind of running out of original text to research. Just mopping up all the other stuff. I thought we already did complete extermination. Interesting. We still have not upgraded the Omega beams all the way. That'll be good to do once we get some of those techs knocked out. Our research is getting particularly good. We're at 20,000 output, which is pretty massive improvement from where it was when we started. And our species, I think, has limitation on research anyway, so we're not as good as we could potentially be. Okay, so we got that all taken care of. That's all wiped out. Let's take a look at where we're at as far as our enemies go. So 7 planets left for the Mortallons, 1 planet left for you, and that's all the way over here. So we actually don't really have to worry about you that much because you're kind of just tucked away in a corner somewhere with almost nothing going for you. So I think at this point we probably want to go to peace with them. Really? You're gonna reject that deal? They still have a lot of mining stations. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna go wipe them out. Where's our nearest fleet? Invasion Fleet 1? That's good, because you're actually the largest fleet right now. So I'm just gonna go right over there and just take you over. Although I'm gonna try to have you land all at the same time, so just maximize the chances of success there. Alright, let's send that fleet on in that direction. I mostly just want to take them out so that all their mining bases, I can't remember if they all convert to me or they just get destroyed, which will then free up my mining ships to go build in all those spots. So still can't top up. All right, let's try to find, you know, I got to end this episode soon, but I was kind of hoping to wipe out at least one of these people before we start gunning for the Kuristel Corporation again, which is, you know, also on our agenda. I just need better armor. Not better armor, I just need the ability to build ships. I'm so low on materials to do it. Like Hexadorium needs to be the #1 thing I need to focus on. Alright, let's build those. What are you guys doing? Let's see if we can figure out where the Mortallons still are. They definitely got a planet there. Alright, why don't we jump on in here and try to take this out. Let's go bombard this planet. I feel like we've done a pretty good number on them at this point. I don't know how much like power they have left to do anything. I think we've taken out most of their troops. They don't really have a lot of things they could do. Did they just lose? I saw a line disappear, so I'm wondering if they lost another planet. Doesn't look like it. I really just need to figure out where all their planets are. Let's get that built up. Sure. You should be able to go invade whatever you want. So I think one of the things, I keep forgetting to do this, but I could look at enemy targets here. So if we go to war targets colonies, looks like we got 2 of them flagged here. Let's look at Mortallon colonies. It's only showing 1. I know there's more than that. That's fine. We have plenty of happiness. I'm not worried about that at all. I should probably flag all these mining stations as something that can be destroyed. Although a lot of those will be going away. Let's do Mortallon bases. Nope, apparently not. These guys are piling up in here. I don't know what their intention is. Do we have like a bunch of ships queued up and that's why he keeps trying to build that garbage? Yeah, I'll do a little trade deal there. I think we're finally going to destroy some of that stuff. I just don't know where the Mortallons are anymore. We got some planets over here. Looks like we could take that one. That connects over to here. So we can flag that. We have that planet already. It looks like you're getting ready to invade over here. Stop. Oh, it's trying to do... Okay, I see what it's trying to do. So we have some military ships here that are not in a fleet. I don't know what they're doing. We should probably just scuttle them. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. There's definitely some more ships here that are not of my build. I'll go issue a command to retire all of them. Even though some of them probably can't be retired, they probably just get destroyed or scuttled, which is fine. Did we just take this? No, we did not. We were looking at that one. We just took this one. All right, let's pop back to the fleets here. That was an automatic. We took that over automatically. Although we did start bombarding it, so we didn't do nothing. We did manage to steal a little bit of phaser intensification, so that's good. That'll bump those weapons up. Not a ton of defense over here, so let's go ahead and start bombarding that planet. I think we probably made it over here by now, or we're very close to. We're close to. We haven't quite done it yet. Feel like we must have missed some of these planets here when we were building stuff. Okay, assault pods. We're not really using those anymore, so that's kind of pointless. Let's scrap these bases now that they're done. Our population has been just exponentially growing, which is awesome. I think we're finally arriving. There's a nebula, so everything kind of slows down. They do have a fair amount of troops, so I probably should wait for everyone to get here. Although they don't have a ton of... I mean, they have some defense. Alright, are we all here yet? Not quite. And some of those are ships. Where are you going? Are they jumping back there to jump back there? That makes zero sense to me. Right, we're just gonna attack. We probably have enough to take them. It looks like we do. More can trickle in as they come, but... And once we start destroying that stuff, it should drop their numbers. Yep, there it goes. Alright, so when we take this, it's going to cause a massive lockup, because everything's going to be recalculating all the destruction of all the items. Actually, it didn't do that at all. I thought it was going to freeze up really bad, but it didn't. Alright, they're wiped out, but they still exist. Right, let's load this up and build this out, and then we should be good to go. It's interesting, it still has that flagged as their system, even though I think we have two planets in there. Okay, so why would you not load up all the troops? Oh, hey, we got the advanced slavery thing. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an episode here. I think we made some decent progress. Something's still busted here because, you know, United Talos Group, it just said I wiped them out. They have no colonies, but I'm still at war with them somehow. And I don't really know what's going on there. But we went ahead and took them out, and then we made a lot of progress towards the Mortallons. We still have not completely destroyed them, but we are very, very close to wiping them out. I think they're down to 6 planets. I only know where 3 of them are, so hopefully we can just keep chipping away until we find all of them and then wipe them out. So we got some there, we got some there. This might be one of them? No. So anyway, in the next episode, I think the focus will be on finishing taking out the Mortallons, getting the last of them taken out, and then all of this territory is mine. Oh, there it goes. It finally processed that and wiped them out entirely. So we'll take out the Mortallons, and then I think we move on to the Curistel Corporation, keep pressuring, taking them over. They should actually be pretty easy. They'll be a little worse because they have some military buildup now, but overall they should be pretty easy to take out. We definitely are more powerful than them, and we should be able to destroy their fleets pretty rapidly. But yeah, we'll just keep pressing around in that direction, take them out entirely, and then I think we pivot and go for the Haspis Junction Guild. It's before we call it an episode, let's just take a quick look at the victory screen. So Haspis actually went down 2% from the last time, and we went up like 3%. So things are definitely trending in the right direction for us. Everything seems to be going pretty well. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.